right, again, a little bit of a different type style video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Matt Forsyth. I've built my agency all the way up to $10,000 per month. I've been through the trenches in cold email outreach. Started my agency based around that, and we started doing absolutely terrible numbers in cold email outreach. But through relentless pursuit, we improved our numbers, open rates upwards of 90%, reply rates upwards of 25%, and positive reply rates upwards of 80%. So really just maxing out the stats on these things. And today I'm just going to be sharing some of the lessons that I have learned over the course of time, both for my agency as well for my clients, pertaining to cold email outreach. Things that you should do, things you shouldn't do, and the mindset that you should keep during the whole process. Because it's tough, guys, like anything. So it's going to be an informal video, but something that comes to mind, the biggest thing is the FUD, the fear, the uncertainty, the doubt that's going to be in your mind when you're doing this. Alex Hormozi said this, but when you first go into something, you are faced with uninformed optimism, and then, people actually get into something, and then they are met with informed pessimism. All of this to say, when you first start cold email outreach, you know what? If you first start anything, you're gonna suck. You're gonna be terrible at it. It's not gonna be fun. You're gonna want to quit, and that's completely normal. That's the one thing in common between winners and losers. They have both experienced that exact same thing. The only difference is when the winners were faced with that hardship, they kept going and they pushed through despite what people were saying, despite, any of these emotions that they felt, they just kept pushing. The losers, as soon as they face the adversity, the difficulty, that's when they just drop out. So don't be a loser, okay? If everyone was able to do it, then it would not be valuable. So you have to keep pushing. Now, how do you keep pushing? Well, it's a pretty simple concept, really. And I'm actually just going to pull this up and I will show you exactly what I mean. So, when you are going through this process, I'm just going to erase all this stuff here, keeping this super raw for you today. And these both kind of go hand in hand here. So you can see on the right hand side here we have the theory of constraints, and on the left hand side we have the scientific method. So I'll start here. So when you're doing your own work for your own agency, this is our company if you don't know. Hey, if you want help with this stuff, let me know. We'll do the lead generation, we'll qualify, nurture, set the appointments all completely for you. Pretty cheap price actually. You can call to contact us. It's going to be retainer, but that's not what this is about. When you are setting this up for yourself or for your clients, this is roughly going to be the process that you want to take. You want to set up their accounts. You want to do the research on their ICA, their ICP, their ideal client profile or avatar, depending on, potato, doesn't matter. You want to lead scrape, all this stuff. You want to get replies, optimize for that, schedule appointments, optimize show up rate, close, collect money. We know this. If you do, you might not have it laid out this nicely, but everyone knows this. But when you are faced with a challenge, you want to figure out where you're being constrained, where that bottleneck is, because I believe in the theory of constraints. Your business is going to grow infinitely until it is faced with a bottleneck, a constraint. So for a lot of people, they are going to set up all of this stuff and they are not going to get any reply rates. So you need to now solve for this before you can advance to the next levels. And how do you do that? Well, that's where we come over to here, which is the scientific method. And this is a feedback loop. And your goal is to make this feedback loop as quick as humanly possible. Brian Tracy said this, but success lies on the far side of failure. And the owner of IBM, I think it was like the co-founder or something like that of IBM, when someone asked him, How do you succeed quicker? He said, double your failure rate. You want to fail, and you want to fail very quick with intention. I forget the story exactly, but someone woke up and what he said to himself every morning is, what are 5 endeavors that I can fail on? Then he would go throughout the day, fail on those 5 different tasks, and at the end of the day, he would write down his lessons. That guy is now a millionaire. So, same idea, same principle. When you're going through something, you want to make the observation. Okay, we're not getting enough replies. Research the topic area, figure out why the hell that's happening, see what other people are doing. Do a lot of research on, for replies. It could be psychology, it could be the stuff you're saying, it could be the deliverability, it could be literally any number of things. It could be the email copy, it could be the variables you created in Clay are inaccurate, the demographic that you're reaching could just be irrelevant, they don't have the pay points. There's any number of reasons why that's the case. Then you just create a hypothesis behind it. Okay, I've done all this research. Why do I think this is happening? Why do I think this is the case? Well, it could be this. It could be X, Y, Z. Okay, perfect. You have a hypothesis, and now you test it. You actually implement it. Put that into the implement. Do the A/B tests on your copy. Figure out what's working better. Once you find, test with 2 options. Which one works better? Okay, A works better. Get rid of B. Now create another one to compete with A. And do it again. Repeat. It's a cycle, guys. So you test with the experiment. Once you have your data, you just analyze it. Analyze that data, see what the improvements were, if there's something that happened worse. Report the conclusions, make those observations, and repeat, guys. This is a flywheel. So the quicker that you do this, and the more that you do it, the more accurate it's going to become, the better your results are going to be, and the more money you're going to make. So that is really what it comes down to. And just talking back on the mindset stuff of this stuff, like, this part sucks. Like, I remember when I first started email marketing, cold email outreach, it was like, it was just a whole lot of getting kicked in the nuts. Like, I think we quite literally had like a 1% reply rate at one point in time. And if there's any prospects listening, maybe any clients of ours, don't worry, guys. Like, we're past this point now. But yeah, there's a whole lot of getting kicked in the nuts of just prospects responding back like, "Screw you!" Like, take me off your list. Like, unsubscribe. And for any agencies or maybe any businesses that are trying to do cold outreach right now, you're probably experiencing this exact same thing. And this is just how it is. If you try anything new, if you start jiu-jitsu, you start boxing, Muay Thai, whatever, you have to accept that there's going to be a period of time where you are getting the shit kicked out of you. Like, it's just going to suck. And that's a part of the process, The way, the path to point B, to the place that you want to be, it's supposed to be hard. So accept it. It's going to build your character. It's a verse in the Bible. The work does more on you than you do on it. It's absolutely true. It's going to build up your character. It's going to make you resilient, and it's going to shape you into the person that you want to become. And that same person is going to be the person who can do all of this stuff and just power through it. If you can succeed at this, you can succeed at anything. You can get fit. You can learn how to fight. You can be extremely intelligent. If you can just go through the suck and get better at it, you can do anything in the world. Anything. So, hope this kind of just gave you a little clarity on it, guys. Like I said, don't be discouraged. This is all a part of the process. And, every success story of pretty much everyone out there, there's a whole lot of, I almost went bankrupt 3-4 times. It's just how it is. It's not meant to be easy. And a lot of people are scared of judgment from their peers, from others. That's deeply ingrained in the human mind because, back in the old days, caveman era, if you weren't accepted by the group, you would be on your own. And the probability of you dying, being mauled by some tiger or something, it would be greatly increased because humans had power in numbers. So it's naturally ingrained into us to want the affection or the attention from others in a positive light. So it's one of those things, especially in sales, you just have to remove that from your head. Easier said than done. But you guys got it. If you like this video, like I said, it's a little bit different than what I normally do. It's more mindset, just talking with you guys, super raw, no script. But if you like this, guys, shoot it a quick like, comments down below. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys, see what you guys are doing, what your experience is. Maybe we can connect. So, as always, guys, have a great day. Take care.